Good evening, everyone. This is Nicole Ali. I'm back with another video. Unfortunately, it's about another black man who has lost his life to police violence. The young man in the picture is Jermaine Massey, and this is from his family. They sent this picture of him, a young man who was killed in South Carolina. So this comes from Fox, Carolina. He was killed in Greenville, South Carolina. My sister sent me this article, and she was talking to me on the phone about it earlier today. They say the title says close friends of man killed during officer involved shooting say it makes no sense. And most of the killings by police officers when they kill black people, and not just black people, but I'm specifically talking about black people in many of my videos, especially when it comes to police and law enforcement in general. We see a lot of black people being killed by the police, or their injury, or even accidents, or their murders. The person who's murdered, the victim, is being put. They usually are being put on trial. Making your melanin the crime. Recently, I put up a video that was an excerpt from one of the episodes from the documentary called Flint Town, where they discuss the community interactions with the police and law enforcement in Flint, Michigan. And if you listen to that clip, you go and watch it on Netflix, they're in a room, their briefing room, where they discuss what they need to do for the day, for their shift, before their shift starts. And the reason why you couldn't see the images is because Netflix has their images copywritten, so they can't be copied or screen recorded. All you can see is the text. So if I didn't have the closed captioning, you wouldn't even have seen that text. But I urge you to go watch that documentary. It's very good because it gives you an idea of how the media, politicians, business owners, and last but not least, law enforcement agencies all work together to negatively portray us, black people, in society. So this is another example of that occurring. I want you to listen how they speak about this young man and some of the particular words they use to describe him, and how a witness who was there, Charles Miles, you'll see him in the video, how he described what he saw with his own two eyes. So let me go ahead and play the video, and I'll come back to the article. Okay, sorry about that. If you hear my roommate's stupid ass dog, I want to just open the door and let him run away into the sunset forever, because he is fucking annoying as hell. Anyway, um, let me just go ahead and let him. She's probably coming in right now. That's why he's acting a fool. When I was there, he didn't do anything, but he has more respect for me, I think. So I'm gonna try to continue this. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So it's a little bit quiet now, a little bit more quiet. So one thing I noticed is the way the police want to portray Mr. Massey before killing him. Yes, they are murderers. And Mr. Charles Miles, the older man who was speaking at first, he was there and witnessed it. So I'm more likely to believe him or the children who witnessed their father being killed than some damn cops. So Mr. Miles, Charles, he said they tased him so many times. I heard anywhere from 4 to 5 shots. Saw him when he fell on the ground, and all the officers ran toward him. They really shot that boy like a dog. This is not new. We see this all the time. Then he went on to say, both of his legs were messed up real bad. Since I've been living over here, I never have seen anything like that a day in my life. And see, they got a 911 call about a disturbance at a home. So it must have been like a domestic disturbance at a home on 3rd Avenue, where a man threatened people that were inside the house. Investigators say when Massey came outside, he had a knife. And that's another thing. We don't know if he had a knife inside the house threatening people. I don't really know if he had a knife outside the house, because I'm not going to believe the police until I see proof and evidence of what they're talking about. But they said at first that there must have been a disturbance that somebody called from the inside of the house. It must have been. We got to stop calling the police for every little thing that happens. And I guarantee you, if somebody called the police and they were inside the house, it was probably a woman who called the police. And it would be really sad if the woman who called the police on him, first, if it was a woman, second, if it was the children's mother who called the police. That would be really sad and real fucked up for her to do that to him. Anyway, going on, trying not to get upset. Greenville County Sheriff Will Lewis, that was a white man that was talking. He says deputies responded to the scene around 5:40 p.m. on Monday. And that's another thing. I don't remember them saying anything about administrative leave or anything like that. So these officers basically just went home after killing him. Like Jesse Williams said, they went home and made a sandwich. He says that whether you exercise, let me go back. He said if someone has a knife within 30 feet of you, they can close that distance very, very quickly. Whether you exercise lethal option or less lethal option, at that point, you're still going to get stabbed or cut. That's not necessarily true, especially if you have a taser. If you're holding a knife that is metal and you're being tased, the electricity coursing through your body will force you to let go of the knife. You're not going to hold the knife tighter when you're being electrocuted by a taser. So if they tased him, according to Charles, they tased him a lot before shooting him. So once they tased him, he should not have been a threat to them. And then another person said, John Evans, who was the brother of Massey's fiance, he said they're trying to say it's some hostage thing. He had on the hat in the video. He said one time they said it's a hostage, then the next thing they say is a domestic dispute. So that's what I want to know. What is it? Are they going to get their lives straight or not? John said his daughter is Massey's fiance, and they have two children, or they have children who he says happened to be in the front yard when investigators shot and killed Massey. So the children saw their dad get killed in front of them. This is like some slave plantation type stuff. And deputies say they removed the family from the home through the front door to get them away from Massey. So they saw their dad being dealt with by the police when they exited the front door. John went on to say everyone has a day to die, but he didn't have to die like that. It just didn't make no sense. And you all heard the rest of the commentary from the video, and I'm not reading anymore what the white man had to say, but I will finish this video by stating what Mr. John Evans said. He said, "I'll miss his character and I'll miss him, period, because he was just like a son to me." And that's the end of that article, but they have comments down below. This is the first time in a long time I've seen comments down below on a video from a news network that's this early. Usually there's nothing. So one person said Jermaine was a hardworking pillar of the community. When he wasn't working, he was delivering meals for Meals on Wheels. He had his hands up yelling, "Don't shoot, don't shoot." Okay, so this dude was basically, I guess he was telling a joke. So he's a white supremacist. And then Todd Randall replies, "LOL. This is how they think about you." Someone else, Chambers Amber, white supremacist female. "If someone came at me with a knife, I'd shoot them." And then is another one, and she probably is a so-called Hispanic, Marissa Barrera, fake news. And then she gives, I guess, a middle finger or something. So, yeah, so I'm going to try to load more comments, because this is how white folks, this is what they do. And this one girl, Qualia Loria, says, "Pigs always killing someone, but it's all good. 400 years almost up, and best believe y'all will punish these oppressors." So this is the end of the article. I'm just going to end it here. You all let me know what you think in the comment section. I have my condolences. I give my condolences to Jermaine Massey's family and friends, his two children. I don't know how old they are. I think they showed them in the video, but they look like they were very young. And he looks very young. He looks younger than me. He looks like he's probably my brother's age or something, or even younger. But it's just sad and makes me angry to know that this still happens, and that those kids have to grow up without their dad. It doesn't matter if he was going to be a good dad or a bad dad. It doesn't matter what he was doing. You don't deserve to be killed like that in front of your children, and your children don't deserve to see that. But I'll leave it there. I would like to hear your comments and thoughts and concerns. Rest in peace to Jermaine. I really, really hope that his children's mother did not call the police, because that would have instigated this whole thing. I really hope that's not the case. If I can find more information, I will, and I will make another video about that, follow up on the story. Please let me know what you think. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, press the notification bell, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video.